Bayou City boys, Houston Astros. We got breaking news. Lance McCullers Jr. will undergo an MRI tomorrow after suffering a setback. Seems like we're back at square one. Dana Brown told media that his future, the decision on his future, will be determined after the MRI in the next coming week.
I
Which,
wonder what that means.
yeah,
Does that mean like Tommy John, you don't play for us ever again?
it's weird because we've heard this before with Luis whenever he was getting Tommy John of we'll figure out his decision of what's going to happen in the next coming week. And then it was Tommy John. They did ask Dana Brown who the pitchers are going forward that he trusts the most, and it was really he just named Framber, Christian Javier, and Hunter Brown.
Mm-hmm.
And so that was a day before this, so it makes sense of now why he didn't say Lance.
Could you also consider it a blessing in disguise? Because now you know, all right, if we have aspirations of winning the World Series, we got to go get a pitcher.
Yeah.
And this is a good time to find that out.
Yeah, no, I think you said it that they're bringing players in, a lot of players, and trying to see what we have, what's good trade bait, trying to showcase some players, and I think that's the best thing you can do. We're still playing catch up, of course, with the Rangers, but you have a ton of injuries. Like if you look at it being realistically, you have a ton of injuries. Like you've missed Altuve. Jordan went down today with probably stomach problem. Um,
Brantley
Urquidy,
still ain't back. Urquidy's hurt.
Luis is out for the year. You've had all types of stuff going on with players and everything. So the Lance, I think we've talked about that. The Lance thing was one of those where are we gonna even put you at once you come back? And now it kind of is like I feel like it's that Brantley thing. Like, all right, well, you're not here, so we'll figure it out. JP France, be like, you've been doing pretty good. One of you would take that spot for sure. Both of you can take that spot for sure.
My thing is like we all wanted Lance to come back and be another good starter and keep that 6-man rotation.
Yeah.
Okay, Lance, you're not doing it. We got to get a pitcher.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like we talked about with Brantley, like just get this cloud from over our head and then we'll know how to proceed because we obviously want a 6th pitcher. And if it ain't going to be you, then now we know. I just feel like it's just a cloud and we don't need it.
No, yeah, I mean, I agree on that. It seems like the team after the Brantley stuff, they kind of stopped talking about him. They've played better. Myers, McCormick,
Jokes.
They've all played a lot better. And so now it kind of seems like, okay, well, what is going to happen here? What is going to be the player? I guess who's going to be the player that becomes available on trade deadline? Because Dana Brown was kind of quiet about trades, but now it seems like he's more open to, well, what do we need? And we talked about like when the season started, it was probably catcher that we were worried about, and Yanir Diaz kind of has taken the reins, and we'll get on that also. But I'm guessing, like, who do you think would become available? Of I guess I know the Chicago White Sox is a team everybody's talking about. They're gonna probably blow their stuff up.
They got 2 pitchers, Giolito, Cease. They got a catcher if you want one.
Yeah,
Yasmani Grandal. Like they do have people. But back to your point, is like, do you think we need a catcher now? Because it seems like Dana Brown is backing Yanir.
yeah,
And we talked about it the other day. It's like I could plead a case for both. Like this is the perfect analytics eye test argument because I know like the analytics say Yanir is doing better than Maldonado, but Maldonado also has 2 or 3 plays that I can think of as like shouldn't have done that. Like that cost us, or you should have done this. You know what I mean? And Dusty sees that too. So this is one of the instances that I would have to go with Dusty and be like, yeah, I'm not so upset if we go get Yasmani Grandal for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
or Dylan Cease. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, can we get both? Can we get a pitcher and a catcher?
Yeah. I mean, I don't see why not. You have quote unquote a shitty farm system, but you have players that people want. So
It's your point earlier. It's like that's why you're showcasing people. Like the kid we brought up, Gray. You got Ronel Blanco. You got Yanir Diaz. Like a whole bunch of guys that you could probably package to get something in. Because we're in win now mode. We're always
yeah.
in win now mode. So, do we really want to deal with Yanir developing? Not really.
Yeah, not really. At this point, and we've seen it with like Siri and other guys, Camp. Like they produce for the team. They produce when you need them to. But the team's like, okay, you produced. I'm gonna go trade you for something I need, and that's how we keep rolling. We have our nucleus. We have our young guys that are is right
And that
now.
shit worked because there's like an unspoken competition right now between Jake Myers and Chaz McCormick.
Yeah,
Like both of them, Myers be like, "I'll be damned if you take this fucking center field job from me again." And
yeah,
Chaz McCormick's like, "Well, I'm gonna do good every chance I get." So I love how they're playing. You know what I mean?
yeah. It's competitive competition that's really making them push each other in that aspect of it. And then you throw in Corey Jolks, where Brantley's just chilling on the bench, where he is going to probably belong at some point, and it lets Jolks do what he's gonna do, and you get that comfortability also of like not having to look over your shoulders, like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
is today the day? Like Dubon, I know a lot of people were mad that he wasn't getting a lot of playing time once Altuve came back, but it's like I think he's pretty much fine with it, like having the guy, the face
I
of it.
actually, after listening to Dana Brown do the booth interview in the Toronto game the other day, he wants another utility guy
Yeah,
because the way I interpreted it is like he likes Dubon playing the middle infield. Second or short, he's good at it. But then he had a problem. He was like, it's not fair that Bregman and Abreu pretty much played every game.
yeah,
So where can we get somebody who could play third and first? Trade for him. Or see if we got it.
yeah, and that's what they're doing. You're seeing a lot of guys practice at first. They talked about Bregman today. They were saying that Bregman's like, I don't want to take a day off, and Dusty's like, no, like you have to take a day off. It keeps you fresh, but
Mm-hmm.
also it lets us see what we have out there. And I
Dusty made
mean,
him take a day off yesterday. He showed up today, hit a home run second inning.
yeah,
There's something said about like if you watch for a second, you know what I mean? Like you get mental reps and that helps you. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like you could get a rhythm doing that. It's like if we don't do like a recording for a while, just go back and watch one of our shows or something, and you get a cadence. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And it's the same for those guys. So yeah, I agree. Like I don't say he needs it, but it does benefit you to take a day off.
yeah. I mean, he's getting up there in age also, so we talk about it all the time of as it gets closer to All Star. I think we're only like what 2 3 weeks. I think
Something
um,
like that.
it's the trade deadline. Everything rumors start to heat up and everything, and it seems like for sure the Astros are going to be that buying team of players. And surprisingly, there's a lot of teams that seem to be selling. Of course, the bad teams: Detroit, Chicago White Sox, Chicago Cubs. And a lot of them have pitchers. A lot of them have. I mean, even if you're looking for a reliever, I know like I'll say like a guy that reassured, like revamped his, I guess, career in Kansas City, like
I know
Aroldis
what you're gonna.
Chapman.
I was about to say, bro, I'll take him.
Yeah, and I mean he revamped it. He looks good.
We need a lefty.
Yeah. What way to make it up than to hey, come and join us, bro.
It'll be the ultimate fu to the Yankees. Also,
Yeah. And I get like a lot of people also are like, oh, we're injured, this and that. There's a lot of teams injured though. There's a lot
yep.
of players injured this year. Um, everybody's fighting through it. Luckily, a lot of like you said, our injuries were in the more beginning. Now they're starting to take a peek again, but it's nothing
The
I'm
problem
too.
with that is because I thought about this last night after we spoke. The Rangers are hurt.
Yeah,
They keep fucking winning.
Well,
And
yeah,
do you understand why? Is because they are managed properly.
mm-hmm.
In-game adjustments is a thing, Dusty Baker. In-game adjustments. It's when you make an adjustment in the middle of the game. And that's why they're winning and we're not.
Yeah.
But we do play them in a series at the end of the month, and I think if we win that, we'll pretty much take the division from them and keep it the rest of the year.
Yeah, people, it's weird. It's like they're counting. It's like when the Mariners, I feel like when they were leading us,
Mm-hmm.
and everybody was worried every damn game. Oh, we're 3 games, we're 4 games, we're 5 games, and like, yeah, okay, yeah, I get it, yeah. And then what happened when we played them? Boom.
Yep.
And then what happened? We got healthy. Boom. And it's just like it's what happens. Like it happens. It's
The,
okay.
the 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 Astros problem right now is we're sinking and swimming on the home run ball.
Yeah.
Manufacture runs. Just go move the runner over. Get runs that way. If you can get 2 or 3 runs that way, you can't beat us because
Yeah.
we're bound to hit a home run. And then let me be the first to say it. Tucker, get your shit together, bro. Where'd your bat go? You look terrible.
This is why they don't want to give him the big contract. And I'm not mad at it.
No, I am because I'm not mad at it, but it's like
Yeah.
he's worth like Tucker is one of the best players, but
Yeah.
like it's his fault, but it ain't his fault because when he did find it last time, Dusty moved him out of the spot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, but still, like you're Tucker, like we ride for you. You're supposed to be the best all around player we got. So I expect more from you.
Yeah, no, I mean, I agree with that for sure. And I going back to the Dusty thing, like I get everybody loves him, but you can see it. He sits there sometimes, doesn't make changes. We always make fun of. We can predict who he's going to throw out there as a pitcher.
Yep.
Still to this day, we can. Oh, Montero sucked ass yesterday, but he's going back to Montero again. Yay, he did it again. It's like it's not creative. It's just you. It's like you got your championship and you're lazy now, and
I don't understand how, and I'm not trying to say Dusty Baker don't know baseball. He knows more baseball than I ever will. But also, it's like this isn't 1970 fucking 8. That shit don't matter. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? What you're thinking,
yeah,
and I just don't understand how so many people that I personally know who are Astros fans think that if Dusty's not here, the team is no better than a wild card team. I was like, how the fuck could you possibly say that when we were pretty much the best team in baseball when he took the job?
yeah.
You know what I mean? Basically, my point is like don't be fearful of change. Like we'll still be elite with a new coach, even if Dusty gets fired.
Oh man, you know how many GMs? I mean, how many managers are gonna want to take this job alone? Just you people underestimate an owner that is willing to spend. Dana Brown, which was coveted by a lot of teams, built 2 teams that pretty much destroyed our team. And the thing is, you look at what moves were made without him and then what moves were made with him, and they still shit on him. They still are like, oh, this dude sucks, this dude's a bad guy. And it's just like, learn. If you're going to argue the thing, learn it.
Yeah.
Dana wasn't here when the 3 worst moves we made this offseason happened: Abreu, Montero, and Brantley.
Yes.
Those were Jeff Bagwell.
And Bradley, I can understand.
Yeah.
I don't like it now, but at the time, I got it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even Abreu, I ain't gonna lie, we were fucking all like, super
Like,
excited when we.
for me, Abreu, I mean, I'm not shitting on him as much as other fans are,
Mm-hmm.
because I mean, I believe at some point he's gonna figure it out. I mean, I
He's
think a
hitting
lot
the
of
ball better.
yeah, I think a lot of it is people are mad Yuli's gone.
Mm-hmm.
People are mad he's the new guy. People are mad
Mm-hmm.
his shirt's open. People are mad at just dumb stuff. And it's like, okay, he made a dumb play today running. So
Mm-hmm.
he's the easy guy to hate on right now. But Oh, the day he hit that home run, how many fans? This is the guy right here. And it's like,
But my point is like that's how like ridiculous we are as fans because when you're looking for shit, you'll find it. And Abreu obviously shouldn't have fucking ran to third today and got ran.
yeah,
But on Sunday we played the final game against Anaheim. Early in the game, Yonder Diaz hit a home run. We go into the seventh inning, the bottom of the seventh, 2-1, LA. Yonder Diaz ends up on third with one out. Somebody hit a fucking rope down the third base line, and their third baseman made one of the most beautiful, he just snagged it behind the third baseline too on a dive. He basically was out of bounds, right? On
yeah,
his belly. Yonder Diaz was like 6 steps between, like, towards home plate from third. Just fucking run, bro. Just go home. Because by the time he gets up, he has no path to throw the ball to you, throw you out. He's gonna go first. So you would have tied the game up. But Yonder didn't know what to fucking do, so he came back to third. I was like, you were the tie and run, bro. And nobody said anything about that. And I was like, that's the shit Dusty seen. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
not being able to make that shit, make it up on the fly. But the fact that Abreu did that too is like, bro, are you fucking retarded? You're supposed to know better than that.
Ooh.
Who
I was,
knows?
I was reading, I guess, targets for the Astros,
Mm-hmm.
and they said that it would more likely be, as of right now, one of the 3 Chicago White Sox pitchers because they're selling
Mm-hmm.
everything. Lucas, Geladio,
Giolito.
Giolito, yeah, that guy, Dylan Cease, and Lance Lynn. But everybody
Uh,
believes Cease is going to be more expensive, so they're saying Giolito could be a better rental.
well, Giolito is gonna be a better pitcher, but you got 2 years on a deal. My only issue with Cease is, well, I think Cease is more expensive, right?
Yeah,
He's got the 2 years. He's the better pitcher. Giolito, we fuck you up, bro.
yeah,
So I don't, if we do that to you, what are other people gonna do to you?
yeah. And we're struggling this year, and we just
And Dylan Cease pitch. Dylan Cease is the pitcher that we played against on opening day this year. He
yeah,
rang us up.
yeah,
I'll
destroyed.
take that. I'll take it.
Yeah. Another one they threw out was Tyler Glasnow from Tampa Bay and Drew Smile from Chicago Cubs.
Glass now,
Smiley.
really?
Yeah. And then
I'll take a pitcher.
they said that I know Dana said he wanted another bat.
Mm-hmm.
And
Has to
so
be an infielder.
they said a person that they think of would be George Soler from Miami Marlins. But they said the other ones that would probably be more realistic would be CJ Cron, first baseman from Colorado Rockies,
Mm-hmm.
or
Mm-hmm.
Javier Baez, shortstop from Detroit Tigers.
He's got a massive fucking contract though.
I know, and that's the thing. I definitely don't want that on my.
I would be so fucking mad if you bring Javi Baez to our team and it ends up costing us not being able to re-sign somebody.
Yeah, because I'm not a true fan. I would like CJ Cron though. He's
Yeah.
only a 7.25 million free agent after that. Nice little
Man,
rental.
is this just me being a homer? Would you consider the fact of giving Hensley another go?
I would.
Because I can't forget how good he played in the playoffs.
I would, but I don't know what happened to him, bro. He looked like he fell off of baseball earth. Like,
He was the one that succumbed to the pressure of having to fill in for the Altuves and those guys in the beginning of the season. Dubon didn't give a shit.
yeah,
Hensley did. You know what I mean? And Dubon, he rose up to the occasion and Hensley couldn't. What's the other dude that we have in Sugarland that could play? What would you consider JJ Matijevic?
I would, but
Because I think I'm just being a homer, but it's like I remember the dude hitting a walk off against the Yankees, and like these dudes, they don't choke in big moments. That matters to me.
yeah. I mean,
Only because
it seems like when Dusty's set in his ways though, like you're set in your way, and y'all two guys got the shit into the stick with him at this point.
But my point is like you're to make your point even better is like, but what's the point of giving up shit to go get people if you're not going to use them? Like, I don't want another Trey Mancini situation. I don't want Christian Vasquez just sitting on the bench. You know what I'm saying?
No, yeah, I agree. But I mean,
I don't want to give up an asset. So I would, if you're just going to let Dusty do Dusty and be loyal to who he's loyal to, then you might as well just like kind of call up what we have or use it to get a pitcher because he's going to use a pitcher.
And I think that's what makes sense of what you said though. Dusty and Dana are kind of going back and forth though, because if Dana is like, I have these assets, but you want me to trade for stuff, we need to see what these assets can do. And it kind of seems like Dusty's more of the, well, I'm not going to mess up my rotation just because you want to see stuff. And so they're kind of going back and forth with that.
What has to happen for Dusty to get fired after this year? And what has to happen, in your opinion, for Dusty to stay? Can I answer it first?
Yeah, you can.
I think the only way he could stay is to win a World Series or get us really close. But I feel like if we do like we did in the COVID bubble year and then the World Series against Atlanta where we show up and we can't score runs, Dusty has to go.
Yeah.
Like if runs is the issue why we don't win a World Series, I have to kind of blame that on Dusty because trade or no trade, this team has more than enough talent to get more than 2 runs.
No, I agree. Yeah, I mean, this is something I think for sure we can go on for hours.
Actually, we will. We'll do another video about that. But I was thinking about that. It's like, what has to happen for him to stay? What has to happen for him to go? And the only reason I thought that is because I feel like Dana Brown took the job knowing that he's like, I probably have to deal with this guy's shit for a year or two. But in this instance, Crane he's gonna be on my side. This is not a click Dusty situation.
No, yeah, not at all. Not at all. This is a guy that Crane picked, wanted, understands. He knows what he's doing. And hopefully
he's about to pay him for a long time anyway, so you better let the GM do what he wants to.
Hopefully I don't ever have to see Jeff Bagwell at GM again.
Of course. I just feel like either Dana Brown has a coach in his mind that he wants, or him and Crane came to some agreement where Espada, maybe AJ Hinch comes back, like something like that, you know. But if we fall short of a World Series, I don't see Dusty coming back to manage the Astros in 2024.
No, you need to revamp it, retool it.
And the reason I say that is because we harped on this a bunch of times last year. There's a little bit of a monotony to baseball anyway because it's so long. But when you have like, in my opinion, you just have to be ultra respectful to Dusty because he's like Dusty and he's old and all that other shit, right? And I just think that makes the players get bored.
No, it does. Shit, I agree. It fucking does.
When you're not scoring runs and you're looking to be rah-rah and talk shit and, you know, Chaz McCormick doing the stanky leg and dabbing in the camera and shit like that, it's hard to get in that vibe when Dusty's just sitting there with a toothpick in his mouth looking at you and you feel like he's judging you, you know?
Damn, now it's pissing me off just thinking of that because he did do that shit. Well, Astro fans, let me know what you think. I already know what y'all think of Lance. Y'all let me know every time on Facebook.
Lance a bitch.
What do we look at think of the other injuries? Who do y'all think we should trade for? Pitcher, hitter, infielder, all of them. I mean, let's be realistic here. Please give me realistic comments. Don't give me none of that dumb stuff where it's like we need to go trade for some guy off of a championship team. It's like, stop. All right, like you're not going to trade that guy.
And we don't want to tie up money, fools.
Yeah. But, man, if y'all made it to this point, Houston, like, subscribe. Does a bunch for us. We got you covering all Houston Astros, Rockets, Texans, all stuff going on. We're going to be doing this a lot. So, yeah, make sure y'all show some love, like, comment, and we are out, Houston.
Later. Peace.
How much I'm working for this? I swear my dreams are too important.